So now the Express Deployment Utility recognizes the resource manager is up and running, and it displays here the universal unique identifier of the resource manager, and this is important for us because this is the ID we have to use to create the server in Flexera. By the way, if you take a look here on the timestamp, so the deployment finished, the copy process finished at 4:07, so it took around 5 minutes for the resource manager to boot up. Unfortunately, the tool cannot complete the licensing for you because it can be that you have, for example, 100 Clarity license or 10. In my case, I want to deploy only 5. So the tool knows only, okay, I want to go with 5, but you can have multiple accounts with your Flexera account, and some other obstacles possibly can show up. So that's the reason why you still have a human being needs to do the licensing, the activation for this for the server. But no problem. I don't even need to log in into the product. I simply copy here this UUID, go back to my Flexera. So this is still open. I create the server. I copy paste here the license ID. Specify here publisher defined. So this is a prerequisite or requirement for since Platform Director 2.0, and of course also for Resource Manager. And an alias, it's EDU. I create this server, and now I need to map the add-ons. In my case, I specified 5 concurrent Clarity calls. Okay. In this example, I simply assign 10, and 10 licenses will show up on the resource manager, but the tool will only assign 5 to the DMA. Okay, and encryption. So what do we have? 1 encryption, 10 users, 1 enablement license, and map add-ons. So here we go, and as you maybe know, here is now a license not generated. To speed up this process, download capability response, update alias, and then you see here licenses generated. In case you need to do an offline licensing, it works also with the EDU. You simply take this offline file, but you would need to log on the resource manager and copy or upload the offline file. In our case, I do it online. And let's switch back here to the EDU. The EDU should recognize in a few minutes that it's licensed, and continue with the configuration. So let's see. There's also a hyperlink behind that one, activate license. But this one simply guides you through the Flexera portal, and then you need to log on. So there's no direct automatic licensing mechanism behind it. It's simply opening the web browser for you. So now let's see, what do we have here? Still waiting. I can also have a quick look here what's going on the resource manager. It's not recommended. Normally you should simply wait for the resource manager to finish, but I see 110 the machine is already up and running, and I use Polycom123 to log in. Oh, and I see it's already licensed because with version 10.0, which we are deploying here, normally you see only the license page, and you can only log in after the licensing is completed. So, and the EDU meanwhile continued, so licensing is granted, licensing done, And here there's still some progress bar. Please don't get confused. There's already a checkbox, but installation is still in progress. So there are some reboots necessary and some configuration stuff needs to be done. Services started and so on. So please wait until the progress bar is completed here. But what I can do is I can show you a little bit what happens here meanwhile in the background. So the licenses allocation. I see here, let's start first here, network devices, instances. So the tool added the DMA and the RMX already for me. And let's see the licensing. So DMA, license is not completed yet, so this is still missing. And we can also log in already into the DMA. So DMA, let's see what we have here. This is still DMA 6.4. Polycom 123. Accept. So, and I see already licensing is completed. Let's do a refresh here. So DMA, yeah, I have 5 available and 5 licenses are assigned. And the tool is still doing the configuration, so it's not completed. But this is a big time saver, because when you do all these steps manually, this can take a while. So all the instances are added and created. And let's have a look on the DMA. Increase the font a little bit here. So apply, close. So for example, integrations, the resource manager is integrated, so this is done. The MCU is associated on the DMA, so the MCU is here, it's online, it's registered, everything is here what you need. Okay. Virtual meeting rooms are generated, for example here, managed conference rooms, those are the default conference rooms we specified in the tool, in the express deployment utility. And let's see what we have here. Yeah, it's not 100% completed, but what I can do is here the tool tells me I should I can do now a VMR test call with the user demo user admin123 to this VMR, and this is the IP address of my resource manager. So meanwhile the tool is completed with has completed with the configuration. So let's register my resource manager. So the server, this is the demo user, and the password is admin123, admin123, sign in. Yes, I trust this resource manager. And now my real presence desktop should be connected and provisioned. So I see already demo user, general, SIP preferred. So let's go out here. And I should be able to place a call. The tool told me I should dial 772001, 77201, and call. There's no video camera now because it's a terminal server. But I see I'm connected, and it's using even SVC, cool technology. So without touching any of those or any configuration steps on the products itself, the tool deployed those virtual machines, the 3 virtual machines, and configured them with a basic setup like resource manager integration. And now from this stage I can continue upgrade them, or I can do real connect, or some any other fancy configuration stuff. But the foundation is done, and now it's 421. So without the talking, normally this takes around 20 minutes to deploy and to have the system up and running. So after the deployment process, I can simply click here finish, and the tool is at this stage completed, and there's no further action required. So what I can do now is I can simply turn on the power off the V app. So now VMware is shutting down all 3 machines, DMA, resource manager, and MCU. I can click here right on EDU, delete from disk, and it's deleted. And now I'm back to the stage. It looks like all this deployment never have been done, and I can start from scratch, and in 20 minutes you're up and running with your virtual environment. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the Express deployment utility. Use it, it's for free. Yeah, a great thing. Have a good day.